Hey everybody, Dr. Ellison here. I just wanted to follow up on our last video where we talked about the three-legged stool. It's a concept that we teach in our office to all of our patients to help them understand how they can get the best results out of their care. The first leg of that stool are what we call adjustments in rhythm. Why do we do adjustments in rhythm? Because when we're trying to change any structure in the body, specifically in this case the spine and the nervous system, when we're trying to change that from an unhealthy state to a healthy state, we have to do something consistently and frequently over time. Just like if you wanted to get in shape, you would go to the gym or swim or work out and exercise, and you would need to do it consistently every week for a certain length of time until you get in shape. But what would happen if you were to get in shape after 3, 6 months, a year, whatever it took, and all of a sudden you stopped? As you all know, you're going to backslide and you're going to lose all that you gained over time. The same thing happens to our spine. If we're adjusting it consistently and in rhythm for a certain length of time, and then you just suddenly stop that, it's going to slide back. And what we want to do for all those people that have decided at this time it's not best for them to come out and come into our office for these adjustments, we want to make sure that you are doing everything you can do at home to avoid backsliding as much as possible, at the very least, to slow that process down. And so we're going to talk about the second leg of the stool, which is breaking bad habits. These are the things you want to stop doing, or stop doing as much as you possibly can. The first one, and probably one of the most common things we have in our world today, is something known as tech neck, meaning we have technology, we have phones, we have tablets, we have computers where we're always looking down at them. When we do that for long periods of time, eventually that creates severe problems in our spine and specifically in our neck. And in fact, it can take a perfectly normally curved neck and reverse that if we do it long enough. And so what we want to do is make sure that we're not using or looking down at technology, make sure we're looking up and using it the right way. The other thing is sitting. We want to make sure we're not sitting a lot. And in today's world, we sit all the time. We sit at our computers and in our jobs. We sit for entertainment. We sit in our cars. And nowadays, when people being sent home right now and told to work from home or maybe not working at all, there's going to be a lot more sitting than you ever were used to. And it's one of the worst things we can do for our spine and even for our overall health. And so we want to make sure you're getting up and moving around as much as possible. The other thing is sleeping, making sure you're sleeping properly. Sleeping on your stomach is not healthy for you, and it shouldn't be done. Make sure you're either sleeping on your side with a proper pillow to support the neck, or you're sleeping on your back, again, with the proper pillow to support that proper curve in the neck. And that will help hold the adjustments that you've had so far as well. Another thing we're going to look at is eating too much sugar. Now, sugar is a chemical, but it's a stressor on the body. Anytime we increase stress in the body, it causes increased stress on the nervous system and spine. And so eating sugar is definitely something we want to avoid as much as we can. Eating sugar also causes a downregulation, or in other words, lowers the function of the immune system. So think about this. If you're sitting all the time and you're eating sugar, you're going to get what I heard today anyway is known as quarantine 15. And as most people know, it is a lot easier to put these 15 pounds on than it is to take them off. So try to avoid doing that as much as you can as well. The other thing you want to avoid is watching the news as much as most people are doing now. I get you want to watch it and you want to understand what's going on in the world, and we shouldn't put our heads in the sand, but we should not inundate ourselves with it. We need more positive input into our minds, and when we're constantly watching the negativity, that creates stress on the body as well. And anytime you have stress in the body, it's going to cause these misalignments or subluxations in the spine, which cause nerve interference, and eventually puts us into that fight or flight mode. And anytime you're in fight or flight, you're going to downregulate or lower the immune system as much. And so what we don't want is that taking place, especially now more than ever. So these are just some things that you can stop doing now, or do them much less than you already are or were doing, and that will help hold the adjustments that you worked so hard. And then when you do come back in, hopefully sooner than later, we will get you back up to speed, and we'll go through a process to reestablish all the adjustments that you did have before. Thanks again for listening. I appreciate it. Remember to like and share these videos. They need to get out to the world, because most people think right now that there's nothing they can do about their health, and they're wrong. They need to be able to start taking control back and doing the things that they need to do to make sure that they are as healthy as possible. So again, share this. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.